I'm the Crow Boy.
I'm Mr. Grave.
And I am Frankengene.
And welcome to Sin and Gin Podcast, the podcast where we play games. We tell you amazing facts, the latest news stories. We play silly games, and we are trying to shape our heads not into the shape of corn, but into the shape of a penis.
Similar.
Similar. Yeah.
Probably same end result.
Because we're all dickheads.
Hey.
So, how's it going, guys?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, another day closer to death.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Only dream.
It's good to see you.
Yeah.
You all look well. Good.
Yeah.
So, how you been?
Top marks on that intro there. I just want to point out that Ash, you could have made your bed, mate. Because it's in the background of the shot for the next hour and a half.
Oh, come on. They love it. Look, it just means...
They love it. They love my ruffly, tuffly bed.
The number one comment is Ash's bed.
Ash's bed.
Really, quite frankly, if you're going to judge me just because like it's a bit uncomfortable...
If you're going to judge me for the wank stains on it.
Yeah.
Look at it.
The only I suppose that it's the lines going across it that make it look.
Well,
if you've got a plain bed sheet, you might have got away from my raft there.
It's up in the corner. It's all bunched up and it's like not over the bed properly. So,
That's cum socks. Lots of cum socks under there.
Literally, that's one big pile of cum socks.
That's cummy corner.
That's Ash's cum sock bonanza.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys have cummy corner as well?
We all have cummy corner, but mine
cool.
is. I beat mine down in the morning, so it's flat.
Come into
yours
my
comes back to life.
cummy corner.
No, I have a weird routine where I can't leave my room. I'd like to come back to my room. I like to leave my room how I'd like to find it later. So it has to be like all like beds
cum.
made, everything full of cum. But anyway, yeah. So my week, I started a new role at work. I went out in the world for the first time. I went to Tunbridge Wells,
Cummy corner,
where all the posh people in Kent live. I went to posh cummy corner. I got a Greg's vegan sausage roll.
corner.
I went all out. I wore a coat. You know, I did my hair, everything. Yeah,
My God,
Felt good, right?
it felt good to actually leave my house, start my car, and go somewhere, even if it was just for work
Yeah.
for the day. Just felt nice, and I was wearing a bloody face mask the whole flipping day. But it just felt nice to be outside, I guess, and see other humans that weren't the people I live with.
Yeah.
Ash, how have you been?
I've been good. Yeah, pretty uneventful as usual at the moment, but I've been cracking on with lots and lots of music, and it's been a bloody good time apart from that. So yeah, I've been really enjoying it.
And we also have to mention the birthday boy, David.
Oh,
Hello.
David!
You had a little birthday, didn't you?
I did. I had a little
birthday.
I know. How was it? What did you do? What did you get? How old are you?
I'm 31 now.
Oh Christ! It's all over, mate.
Ancient, fucking ancient.
You're all older than me. You can't.
I'm ancient in its final form. Thank you very much.
I'm 32.
ancient.
Thank you.
Okay.
I died 3 years ago.
I'm not actually here.
It's just still plodding along as a zombie.
I'm just meat sellotaped to a skeleton.
Right, I don't believe you because you've got so many Ghostbusters behind you. You wouldn't be here right now.
You'd be in a box.
Oh, you reminded me of this week's sponsors, Johnson's Meat Skeletons.
Well,
Yeah, we need to.
That's an advert.
Johnson's feet.
that's an advert. So yeah, thank you, Johnson's Meat Skeletons, for sponsoring this week.
So, Dave, what did you get? What did you get for your birthday? Didn't get a foot spa, did you?
Didn't get a foot spa. I didn't ask for that.
Fucking sad, mate. Honestly.
Yeah, what
I
a
feel
shame.
for you.
I'm gutted I missed out on one of those. The hamper thing I did get,
cozies.
though. How do I turn this thing on again? There we go. For those of you...
Oh, God, this thing. I didn't actually see this thing.
I got a massage gun. And
A vibrator.
And for those who are uninitiated, what does it look like? Because a massage gun sounds violent.
So for those who can't see, and I don't mean the blind, I mean those who aren't watching.
For those that can't see.
For those of you who use...
How many fingers am I holding up?
Go for, no. Basically, it looks kind of like a handgun, but a bit more phallic shaped. It's very, very tubey. It's got a nice little green light at the bottom.
It looks like a pistol. It looks like a pistol dildo, doesn't it? Dildo pistol.
It's kind of like a pistol dildo if Super Mario was making it, because he's obviously got like a kind of tube.
Yeah. So what does it do?
So basically, this thing has this little ball on the end here that you can take off.
Christ.
You have different choosable, like.
Ooh.
Look at this boy.
Oh, what's that? The fuck is that?
A great big fuck off dildo.
Dave,
I was going to say.
Big, huge. So this is so those of you who can't see, this is the big 12-inch dildo.
That's the tank tickler.
No, it looks like a little Y. It looks like a Y shape. Doesn't look like it'd be very comfortable. That
one's kind of like meant to go around like your spine and stuff like that and work around your neck. But basically, what you can do is you can go up to 30 different settings on the back here.
Ooh, can you hear that?
Ooh, it's like some
next to the thing.
Oh, it's like some ASMR.
Dave, have you like put it on your penis?
No, because it hurts.
So is it?
Well, how do you know it hurts if you haven't put it on your penis?
No, I've
got a
My
serious.
favourite thing to do is to do this.
Like a darling.
My chest.
Davros,
Like that for a bit.
exterminate!
It's time to exterminate.
but then I can increase the speed right up.
And it goes really mental.
I want one just for that.
Yeah,
It's quite a laugh. Yeah, I mean, it's gone so fast now that you can't even really hear.
I have to ask though. Like, it looks quite pathetic, but is it quite
hurts.
strong?
It's painful. Like even with just the weight, it weighs about a good couple of kilograms.
Like a couple of cats.
A couple of cats. This is
Dead or alive?
Cat. One dead cat. Weight.
Dead weight.
One
Dead weight cat.
like,
Dead weight
your man's dead fat old cat.
Yeah, actually, I don't know. Have you ever felt a cat, Matt? They're pretty light.
Matt felt a cat, Matt.
Did you ever feel a cat, Matt?
No, I've never
Matt,
touched
Matt.
a cat.
And have you ever found a cat in your hat?
I tell you what, when this lockdown's over, Matt, I'm going to buy you a cat just so you can feel it, and then we'll get rid
Oh,
of it,
thanks, buddy.
And then
we'll kill it, and then we'll make it vibrate like this does.
Cool.
Onto a rug.
That's what I got for Christmas, my birthday.
Christmas birthday.
Christmas.
Birthday.
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 I'm Jesus, so both.
No.
Merry Chrysler.
Didn't get a PS5.
Yeah. Oof. Let's not talk about that.
No.
Although, well, as far as I'm concerned, I've just got my new Xbox. Woo!
Yeah, whatever.
And I turned it on and go, great, I can play the same games I've previously played.
With a
Just
frame
a
rate.
bit
But
prettier,
quicker.
and a bit faster.
But 20% faster loading.
Okay. In your 1080p
Yeah.
screen.
Yeah.
Last weekend just gone, I saw my parents for the first time since like November last year.
Do they have any cats on them?
Yeah, no, they brought it for me so I could hold it and weigh it.
So you've
Good,
already.
that's
Oh
good.
well, why do I bother then?
I didn't touch it.
How is Papa Rogers?
He's good. It was nice. We had a little walk, but they turned up with the dog, but little Bunt the cunt, and it had they had this like onesie, this luminous green onesie on the
my
dog,
God.
and
Yeah.
I'm not exaggerating.
Sounds about right.
It was ridiculous. The amount of people that were either found it cute or actually laughing at the dog was quite embarrassing walking with it. But yeah, it's good. Well, life is existing at the moment.
It's just.
Hello? Oh.
Oh God.
Oh, hold
Here
on.
we
Let me just go to the basement, see what that is. Hold on. Hello?
Basement now.
Yes, it's me, Count Factula. Is it time yet? Come on, you scamp.
You scamp.
You
Scallywag.
I think we need to do Count Factula.
I think we do, apparently.
I've got facts for you. You've got facts for me. Well, here comes Count Factula to train you with his facts.
I am Count Factula.
Sounds very accurate. Sounds exactly like Count Factula. It's amazing, mate.
It is I. It is I.
Oh, it is.
I'm here for oral facts. Thanks for letting me out of the basement, guys. I've had plenty of kibble since our last conversation. I appreciate it very much. Very much.
I'm glad. Well, everybody, welcome to Count Factula, where us lovely four will relay some of the facts that we have researched either for hours and hours and hours or merely 5 minutes, whatever you prefer. And we're all
Yumcacks.
Yumcacks. We're all Yumcacks. So this week, I feel we should go with Mr. Victor.
Oh, me? Oh, well, guys, let me ask.
It's for me.
Are you a cat? It's for me. Are you a cat or a dog person? What do you like?
I have always lived with dogs, but I am, in fact, a traitor and I'm a cat person.
Okay, all right.
But I love doggos.
Guys,
I am a
Ash?
doggy boy, doggo.
I like dogging.
Oh, I like.
Dogging.
Well, I'm going to tell you about a guy who I can't get my research up on the
His life
screen
turned
right
upside
now. As I'm trying to, yes, Pope Gregory IX.
I can relate to Pope Gregory.
Revenge of the Popes.
Yeah. You should have gone with a new Pope.
New Pope.
Yeah. Me and Ash both got there at the same time.
Oh, well done, guys.
I knew where you were going as soon as you were about to say it. Oh, fucking hell.
Well,
Nerd humor.
Pope Gregory IX fucking hated cats, right? And
Cunt.
so he was the Pope. He was the Pope from 1227 to 1224, 1241.
Well, he's not alive now. Otherwise, I'm
Well, then, 1227 to 1224. He went
Yeah.
Back in time. Yeah.
glad he's not alive now because I'd biff him in the nose.
So he believed that the little fluffy hairballs embodied the Lucifer himself.
Oh yeah.
And-
I mean, anyone who's owned a cat can probably relate to that.
Yeah.
He's not far off.
So he had his theory on evidence from a guy called Conrad of Marburg, who was an inquisitor, and basically in 1233. Pope Gregory issued a thing called Vox in Rama. Now, a Vox in Rama is a thing called it's basically a big announcement. So you have a big announcement called a papal bull, which is the announcement.
Papa
Yeah, papal bull. And the actual document is called a Vox in Rama.
Okay, yeah.
And in this Vox in Rama, he basically said that he raised it with like the kings and that at the time, and said that there was a massive rise in Luciferianism, basically devil worshipping.
Yeah.
And he said that basically anyone with a cat is a devil worshipper. And in this document, it said a black cat descends backward with its tail erect, first the novice, then the master. Then each of the order who are worthy and perfect kiss the cat on its buttocks.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
I will give So devil worshippers like kind of hang out and just give their cats a little on the
kiss on the
bottom.
Yeah. So he basically he decreed that Satan himself was actually half cat or took the form of a cat.
Could you imagine? You just say fucking like it was just a small regular cat is Satan.
So basically,
Wow.
because he declared this, there was a huge cat slaughter.
Ah,
Basically, everyone was basically told to kill their cat.
bin off your cats, Europe.
Pretty much, especially black cats.
Racist.
And so there was a huge.
Cat lives matter.
Well,
Sorry.
black cats were especially renowned to be up with like witchcraft and devil worship and all that sort of stuff. So loads of cats died or were killed, and then about 100 years later or so, the Black Plague happened.
And people needed cats to eat the rats.
Yeah, and basically because it kind of stuck with people that cats were bad, there wasn't enough cats to kill the rats. And of course, cats, if there's not enough cats, you've got loads of rats. If you've got loads of rats, you've got loads of fleas. And if you've got loads of fleas, you've got lots of disease.
Prizes.
Oh, boy.
Oh, I love this.
I can't help but feel that this guy he just hated cats and he projected that onto the whole of Europe.
I mean,
Well,
a lot
yes.
of instances of religion, I think.
So So
We haven't got enough time to cover that subject.
No.
you're very right. And the fact that his hate of cats passed on for years and years and centuries. So there's even a festival in Belgium that celebrates cats. And back when it first started, they used to. It was dedicated to throwing cats from buildings and burning them in the streets.
Fuck?
So there was a huge cat burning festival.
We love
Belgium.
cats, so we burn them.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't about loving him. It was about But now it's still celebrated, but it's all about loving cats.
Oh,
So they've turned it around. I was going to say.
Yeah. So not only that. So I was also reading up about a thing called the Great Cat Massacre. So it keeps going, all about killing cats. Everyone.
wow.
So
You won't let it go, will you?
no. So
Hang in there.
All right, Pope Gregory IX, or whatever your name is.
Well, in France, around the 1730s, a lot of workers were getting pissed off with their employers because they were being fed like scraps, and their cats were being fed like nice chickens and nice food. And during the night, they would make all these cat sounds to make the owners think it's the cats. And they were basically then told by the owners to round up all the cats because they're making too much noise. And they did like a mass burning of cats
Hell.
because they were so pissed off with being fed scraps while cats get fed
Those cats
nice
are being
food.
so noisy. Let's burn
Weird.
them all.
So does that where the whole like black cats being unlucky stem from? Then do you
I
think?
thought it was an American thing.
Yeah, I think
dunno.
it. But
I think it's an older
Yeah,
superstitious thing.
Yeah, I think it starts around.
Because you think if it's like you said,
Pope Gregory. So I think it just went on from there because obviously it was all associated with like Satanism and witches and that sort of stuff. And I think it's just carried on for centuries after. But yeah, so yeah, he was apparently a big problem by doing that. A big problem for not having enough cats around to stop the Black Plague.
I'd love it if like just to like some guy called Jeff became the Pope. Be like Pope Jeff or Pope Ian.
Pope Ian.
Pope Ian, I like that.
Pope Kevin.
Pope Keith.
Kevin,
Or the other way around, like Pope Chad.
Pope Gaza, Pope Gaza.
Pope Tyrone.
Yeah.
Right. Who's next, Ash?
Oh, let's go with Mr. Grave.
Oh.
Now I've completely forgotten the. Oh, sorry, here it is. Have you guys heard of the Great Imposter?
No.
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 Right. So there was back in the. There was a guy called Fernando Waldo de Mara, born in 1920. This guy was born in the 1920s, just after World War I, in America as well. Should mention. Grew up in a family that owned a lot of theatres, and then due to the Great Depression, his family lost all their money. Went to quite a poor life. So he, at the age of 16, ran away from this poor life that he was then kind of pushed into. Excuse me. Trying to join a ministry as a monk. Didn't like it, failed at that. So he then joined the army. Was there for a year. And I guess he just like thought, fuck it. Let's see what I can do. And then basically he was in the army for a year. He then decided that he was going to do a new life by borrowing one of his friends' names who worked in the army with him, a guy called Anthony Ngolia. And he went AWOL after attempts at doing...
Who went AWOL?
The main guy, what's his name? Sorry, Fernando. He went AWOL. He basically went off, disappeared out of the army, started telling people his name was Anthony Ngolia. But then he didn't really get that far with it, kind of gave up on that aspect in life. Basically, this dude kept on trying different things by taking people that already had a kind of aspect in life, so be it they were like successful in one thing or another, take their name and then go on and pass his life off as if he was doing that thing. And he did it in a lot of weird, credible places. So, for example, a lot of the time he was taking like names of other soldiers while he was in the army. He faked his own death and suicide and stuff like that while in the army. He escaped, ran away. did a few other things, joined like a place where he'd look after bodies and help in the cleaning of bodies, where he had no training. The only thing he would do is he would read a book on it. And apparently this guy had a really good photographic memory. So he'd read a book, learn exactly how to do everything, and then go out and take the practice. One point he was out in Vietnam during the Vietnam War. Not Vietnam War, sorry. He was out in Vietnam with a war. He then said he was a doctor, took a doctor's name who had died or something like that, or had gone missing. Took this doctor's name, and then a load of soldiers got pulled in, a load of Vietnamese prisoners of war got pulled in, and all of them were like smashed to pieces. And this guy was the only person who was a doctor at the place who could do the job. And he apparently, when these people got pulled in for the operation, he's ran into another room, read up on a book on the surgeries and how to do it and stuff like that, and actually kept all these people alive, even though they all had like gunshot wounds and bullet wounds and stuff like that. But yeah, this dude was just famous for apparently doing all these weird, obscure things and taking the identities of people and getting away with it for so many years.
Don't you think it's incredible that this guy was clearly really skilled at lots of different things, but put it to the weirdest use? Yeah, just went around like impersonating like absolute randos.
Okay,
just for like a kick. I think I know what Matt's going to say.
If you could have any other name, and what would your job be? I
thought you were going to say if you could impersonate anyone, who would it be?
No. If you could make your own character up, you could go wherever you want and go, "Hi, I'm," and then they go, "Oh, what do you do? What's your job?"
I'd be Guthrie Harumph.
Guthrie Harumph. Okay, what's your job?
A laser wizard.
Okay.
A laser wizard? What the fuck? What's that entail? Come on, no, I want to know.
How do you wizard a laser?
I'd go around just flinging optical discs at people.
Dave, what's your name and what's your job? What's your name and where'd you come from?
Hello, my name's Alex Astoria, and I discover wildebeests.
Oh, you discovered.
What do you discover about them?
Before you were alive, no wildebeest.
None of them.
The moment Alex Astoria was born, boom, fucking wildebeest.
The fuck is that?
And I was like, that's a wildebeest, that is. And, they're all called Alex.
Oh, Ash, what's your name? Where'd you come from?
Where'd you come from?
Franklin Stevens and a John Lewis sales rep.
Oh, wow. Hey,
okay.
wait to aim high, mate. I sell TVs.
I sell sometimes.
The best John Lewis sales rep.
Oh, fine.
Okay. Well, now you're aiming high.
70,000 employees. Fair enough.
Not even open anymore.
Matt, what are you going to be?
I'm going to be Liz Toucher.
Oh no, where are we going with this?
But
I'm a nonce.
No. But Liz isn't short for Elizabeth. It's short for lizard.
To be Lizard Toucher.
I'm Lizard Toucher, and I am an expert in birds.
Oh, fine.
Oh, good.
Famously evolved from lizards. Fair enough.
Joe, what's your fact?
Yes. So I'm going to get a bit morbid here, guys.
Oh, surprise.
Cute.
What's that do?
I know. Have you guys ever heard of corpse medicine or medical cannibalism?
No. Thankfully.
Cool. So there is a lot of cases there throughout human history. There have been a lot of cases of eating or somehow consuming body parts of the dead for medicinal purposes, but often associated with like voodoo spiritual ritual. Yeah. Actually, much more common in Europe. It turns out Europe was hot on it for quite a long time.
They loved it.
They fucking loved it.
Killing cats and cannibalism.
Killing cats and cannibalism. So
cost an arm and a leg, though.
Well, quite. So if I talk, this mostly happened during kind of, I suppose, what we'd call the like medieval times in England. But if you go back, it kind of started off in Rome with the Romans. And there was a kind of thing in the 2nd century that blood was vitality. It's the thing that kept you alive. If you lose it, you're fucking dead. And one of the things, and this
is true.
They're not wrong.
this is the kind of true. This is the kind of thing you didn't see in Russell Crowe's Gladiator or that sexy Spartacus show that was on Stars. Quite commonly, if a gladiator got killed in the ring, all the crowd would run out and start drinking his blood, basically from the corpse. Because they thought that the gladiator, because they were strong and virile, that it would give you like the strength of a gladiator. But basically, if he looked like he was dying, they'd all just kind of crowd around him and start drinking his blood. It's weird, right?
Yeah, no.
But it only gets stranger from there. So let's flip forward to like the 16th century. And basically, there was a kind of thing about the corpses of the freshly deceased and real rudimentary kind of logic in that if you take, like, if you've got a pain in your tooth, you take the tooth of a dead person and rub it on your tooth, or you associate it with that body part. That was the first kind of instance of that in medieval kind of Europe. So and then it started to get a little weirder and a little more sophisticated. If you had a headache, you'd rub a bit of skull on your head or something. I think it was there was broken logic.
The energy.
Yeah, I don't get the logic.
Shit.
Well,
but we're not in medieval times, so
yeah. Sorry,
Joe. I just have to say, that has to stem from somewhere, though. Like,
well,
someone had to say, "Look,
desperation.
mate, if you've got a broken finger, just take this finger, just give it a little rub, and you'll be right as rain." You know, it's like I don't get it. I just
maybe
it was like as well. Then it started to get like a little more sophisticated. So one common kind of cure for lots of things was dying man's sweat. So if you got the sweat of a dying man and kind of drank it, apparently that makes you feel better. But then they started to make concoctions that made even less sense. So one of the treatments for hemorrhoids was to probe the area with a dead man's hand.
Dead man's penis.
So poke at your bum grapes with a dead man's hand.
Which is actually the next Fixing the Bully album title.
Yeah. There was one about turning blood into marmalade that you would spread on like bread. So you'd leave it until it congealed. Then you chopped it up. Then you let it dry. Then you ground it up into kind of a thing. Then you rehydrated it, pushed it through a fine silk handkerchief, let it dry again. You got yourself some jam marmalade.
Jam marmalade.
You got some blood jam marmalade.
Some mumbo jumbalade.
Yeah, there was also so Queen Elizabeth I, not the second, although we don't know. What we don't know, we don't know. She used to use the fat of the deceased to hide her acne scars. You'd rub it on your not acne, smallpox.
I like Dave's like, oh yeah.
We've all been there.
Look at this skin here, it can't get that.
There were quite a lot of cures from ground up skulls. That was a really popular one. But usually this was kind of a rich man's thing. And the poor generally wouldn't have access to that. But one of the things they did have in medieval times, a lot of executions going on, a lot of beheadings.
I love that a lot
of beheadings. And basically, the executioner would bring a load of cups and he'd charge like a small amount for a cup of freshly chopped blood, basically. Chop off the head, collect blood in all these cups and sell it for like threepence or whatever, a shilling. And then this kind of carried on through to the Victorian times, where excavating mummies and this is one of the reasons why there are not that many mummies left out in British museums and European museums, despite the fact that loads in the ancient Egyptian times, mummification was really common for people of high status. We were just left with the ones that were kind of more secretive. It was a real fad of taking mummies, kind of scraping out the bits from the inside, the black bits from the inside, and then putting that into like a drink to make you feel.
Stop! You're making me hungry.
Yeah, it was called mummia. So basically, it was the black remains in the skull and abdominal cavities were scraped out and placed in a large vase. You'd mix it with herbs and wine, and then you'd have it as a bit of medicine.
Once again, where's the fucking logic? I don't understand it.
I don't know. Although I did read though, it's still happening in the 2000s. So apparently illegal South African kidney transplants are happening, where people are, basically stealing people's kidneys and using them for like alternative medicine.
But you're talking about where's that coming from? At the same time, people still think that rhino horns, will cure cancer.
Well, so, they say the large-scale organ trafficking system that they uncovered in India was worth $32 million, and kind of 2,000 cases of illegal, organ theft for people to use as alternative medicine.
So when you say alternative medicine, do you mean in the same principle, like grinding it up?
Yeah. So basically, it's a little. I mean, it's a little. I was about to say a little more sophisticated. I think that's the wrong. Basically, it's the same thing. So eating kidneys is believed in some of these countries to be a kind of cure-all for relative health ailments you've got, which is really weird. So kidney theft is still a real problem, which is bizarre because we were all laughing and joking. This was like ancient medicine, but we're in 2021 and it's still fucking going on.
Yeah.
So that's my grim medicinal cannibalism.
Ash, what's your fact?
Okay, well, completely on the opposite spectrum of
probably for the best
along those lines. I'm going to be talking about the humble wombat. Now, wombats have a unique thing about them that is completely different to every other mammal.
Yeah, they were shit and they always got played on Radio 1.
Well, it's funny you say that, Joe, because it is actually, in fact, about shit. They actually shit cube-shaped poo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're the only mammal to do so. And apparently, recently, they've solved the mystery behind it. So initially, scientists used to believe that it was actually formed at the anus. They used to think these cubes were formed at the anus. But it actually turns out they're formed in the intestines.
They got cuboid intestines.
I have no idea on that end of it, but all I know is that the intestines make the poo into cube shape. So they literally, you could stack them like bricks. And initially, back in the day before they kind of got to the conclusion that they have now, they used to think that it was a territory thing. And it was a case of that because it stacked really easily, it was easy to mark territory. So it was almost like building a quite literal brick shit house.
Like a monolith.
That's it, like a monolith of like wombat poo. There was other ideas behind it being to do with, because a lot of wombats live in very dry environments usually, that it's like their body is taking as much of the moisture as possible out of their food and their drink, and therefore that's why it's forming these incredibly kind of like cube-shaped poos.
Yeah, but the poo would be compact, but it wouldn't be cube-shaped.
Well, yeah, I suppose so.
I've seen to be fair, of them, they are cubes.
Yeah, they are literal cubes.
Me and Matt may have heard this fact because it's an old no such thing as a fact.
Oh, okay, that's fair enough.
No such thing as a fish fact. But at the time, they said it was formed by the anus. So it's interesting that more research into wombat poo has been done since then.
Do you know what? There you go. Right, sorry, I changed my mind. Franklin Stevens, wombat poo extraordinaire.
There you go.
Yeah, but
part-time John Lewis sales rep, part-time wombat poo enthusiast.
Wombat poo enthusiast. Yeah. But sort of, they've been looking into it a bit more, and like I said, it seems to be conflicting.
I'm gonna Google
opinion. Yeah, Google it up. It's interesting. They are very, very much
forbidden Lego.
Forbidden. So it says. Because the reason why it's taken them so long to kind of determine why that they get this kind of this cube poo is because they've struggled to get the innards of wombats. So because zoos don't tend to.
I think you say they're really hard to catch. They're really fucking fast.
They're like Sanic. So apparently, like eventually, what they did was they used like roadkill and stuff like from Australia. They got shipped from like Australia to their sort of like, we'll call it base of operation. So anyway, like, yeah, it's mainly that's the kind of the latest revelation that it's actually formed in the intestine and not in the like from like popping out. But it's just amazing, I think, more than anything, that they're literally people, scientists, that this is their job.
Can I just point out as well? Sorry, I looked up poop and I found an article.
I was just looking at scat porn.
Apparently, wombats are on the second highest danger rating in Australia, and that's the one below lions and bears. Because apparently they can bowl over a fully grown man as if he was made of fucking plastic. Apparently, one of the things they like to do is hoist dingoes up on their back and crush it in their burrow. If a dingo invades their burrows, apparently they turn them on their back and crush them against the roof of it.
Fucking hell, holus bolus fact and a half.
Wombats are fucking brutal.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Jeez, man.
I want to be a wombat.
They look really cuddly.
My name is Franklin Stevens, and I am a wombat.
I think it's time for a game.
Yeah, I think it's time for a game. I'm terrified of wombats now. I'm not going to sleep.
Hi, I'm Metal Gear Solid Snake, and you're invited down to Metal Gear Solid Snake Skin Ski Sunday Special, where we've got all the skis and all the snake skins you need. And if you head down to the Metal Gear Solid Ski Sunday Special right now, you'll get a special deal on all the different types of skis we've got. I mean, we've got powder skis, snow blades, racing skis, freestyle skis, free ride skis, skis, big mountain skis, all mountain skis, and don't even get me started on the different types of snake skins we've got. I mean, we've got anaconda skins, Barbados red snake skins, Carl snake skins. I mean, are they wet? Tiger snake skins, king snakes. I bet they love Spain. Smooth snakes for those sexy snakes, surveillance snakes, and thousands more. But all you need to do is head on down to Metal Gear Solid Snake Skin Ski Sunday Special and help yourself to a great deal on skis and snake skins. Hold on a minute, I gotta do something. Snake, are you okay? Snake! I died.
All right, everyone.
Hi.
We're about halfway through the show, and that means one thing. Normally, to the uninitiated, we play a little game here, and usually it's this or that. I did have a big piece where I researched for ages. I wanted to do something about Mystic Meg because she was brought up in an article, but it turns out actually she's very boring.
Is she still? What's she do? Is she still alive?
She's like in her 70s.
Mystic of Megs.
I was trying to do something around a pun. It was like, yeah.
Now.
I'm like, where am I? What hole am I going to put it in next, Meg?
Why do you think I wanted to be a John Lewis sales rep?
Yeah. And I wanted to do something around Egg and Meg, and then it didn't turn out. So I've fallen on my backup that I've had for months now, actually.
Yeah, I think this was like early days.
Yeah. So it's basically, I've got some quotations from two sources. And it's you've got to guess whether it's Shakespeare or Batman. And actually, I thought at first this was going to be quite hard, but it turns out that the balding philosopher and the Cape Crusader have quite a lot in common. Okay. So I'll start off with one. Yeah. That blood should sprinkle me to make me grow. That blood should sprinkle me to make me grow.
I think that's Batman.
I'm going to say Shakespeare.
Yeah.
It's from Richard III, Shakespeare.
Yeah.
But it would be something that Batman would say, to be fair.
Yeah, well, I thought he'd be talking to Poison Ivy.
We die every day 1,000 times an hour.
That's Batman.
That's Batman.
It's Batman, yeah. That's Batman JLA Volume 1, issue 72.
Dark.
Yes, okay. Hell is empty and all the devils are here.
Batman.
That's Batman.
Dave?
Batman.
It's in fact Shakespeare from The Tempest.
Oh.
Yeah. Which is a great song lyric.
Yeah.
And we hope you're playing at home if you're listening.
In the weight of this sad time, we must obey.
Shakespeare.
Batman.
Yeah, I think Batman.
Shakespeare. It's
Fucking hell.
King Lear.
Oh,
Batman, why have you not got any decent quotes?
Is this actually Batman saying it, or is it?
This is it's Batman. It's Batman saying it. Or William Shakespeare. Yeah. Okay. What about this? Vengeance is in my heart. Death is in my hand. Blood and revenge are hammering in my head.
I think that's Shakespeare.
yeah, Shakespeare.
I'm going to say Batman.
Shakespeare's Titans
Fucking
and
hell!
Focus.
Why are none of these Batman?
Because Batman never killed, did he? So he would never get blood.
Ah, that's good logic. That's good logic.
But you say that, but you kind of. I know
In
he's
the
not
films,
supposed to.
What about this one? You'll hunt me. You'll condemn me. Set the dogs on me.
That's Batman.
Oh, Batman. I'm just going to keep saying.
Yeah, that's from The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will not become the executioner.
Batman.
Batman is from Batman Begins.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I can no longer live by thinking. Wait, would it help if I went, I can no longer live by thinking?
Shakespeare.
Shakespeare, yeah.
I'm going to say Shakespeare as well.
Yeah, as you like it. Okay, how are we doing with the scores?
Matt and Ash are drawing with 6. I've got 5.
Oh, okay, should we do the tiebreaker one?
Okay.
Smouldering, I burn you. I flare, hot and bright, and fierce and beautiful.
Shakespeare.
Shakespeare.
Well, you're going with the same answer. Does either of you want to split the difference here?
I said it first. I said Shakespeare.
To be fair, he did say it first, to be fair, but
Pretty fucking obvious, though.
It's from The Dark Knight Returns. It's weird though because they're quite similar. Some of these.
Yeah, I would have swore blind that was Shakespeare.
so happy I conceded.
Yeah. Another one that I thought was very Shakespearean. You cannot stop me, not with wine or vows in the weight of age. You cannot stop me, but you can try. And that's from The Dark Knight Returns.
All right.
Interesting. Is that wait? The Dark Knight Returns, isn't that the one? It's a comic and it's an animated.
I believe it's an animated doodack. Yes.
Yeah, that's really good. I'm sure I've seen that before. It's where Joker's in that, isn't he? I think. From what I
Yeah,
remember.
and for sure, I'm nicking the line "Hell is empty and all the devils are here" because that's fucking fantastic.
That's
So that was Shakespeare versus Batman.
very.
I think in a fight there'd be one winner, Shakespeare, because the pen's mightier than the sword.
It is better than the sword.
Yeah. Also, he was bald, so he's probably good at like nutting people in the head.
Come on, you want some?
You want some? You want
bounce off.
You want of some? Cool. What have we got next, you old
Shit news.
macaroonies? Oh,
Fucking news for your boring little lives.
wait. Hold up. Let me turn on the news machine.
Oh.
The news machine's turned on.
Hand job machine.
Oh. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, God, I can hear it already.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Shit news.
This is the latest dispatch just received in our news.
Jim Podcast, bringing you the latest news from around the world with Victor Garsley, Crowboy, Frank and Gene, and Mr. Graves. This is Shit News.
Yeah, it's shit news.
What is it good for?
I'm saying nothing.
Right. Attention, ladles and jelly spoons. It is the time of the show where we deliver to you a creamy spoon full of news. I'm there. We've all got our hands on the spoon, and we're just gently pushing it a little bit forcefully between your pursed lips. That's how we're delivering the news to you this week.
And that's not your mouth lips either.
That's your bum lips.
Oh.
Hey, me and Dave know the secret of the bum lips. Anyway, you'll join here with your news hosts, Hot Lips, Funky Gibbon, Teabag, and Long Socks. And this week, our top celebrity news. Rita Ora deletes Instagram.
Shit! Devastated.
Wayne Lineker left red-faced as date makes fun of his age.
Wayne Lineker.
He's Gary Lineker's brother.
Gary Lineker's dodgy clone.
When I looked into this, I realised that Gary Lineker's dad is called Barry Lineker.
And Barry. This is Gary, and that's Larry.
Which I know it's his dad, but it sounds like a fake Gary Lineker.
Yeah. I'm Barry Lineker.
I'm Barry Lineker, and I'm a football crisp.
He's a Watson.
I'm a walker.
Carol Vorderman says adding butter to coffee is the secret to her weight loss.
Bastard!
It's a bit backwards, but fine.
Butter to coffee.
Chloe Ferry hits back at claims she broke quarantine rules to shop at Dubai.
Oh, I mean, that's not on.
Yeah, and Gemma Collins wants a big yellow diamond ring on her finger after reuniting with Arj, who I assume is another fella from the same show.
Wait. Arj?
Arj? What I want to focus on this week is in Scotland, in a place called I don't know. I don't know what it's called.
Aberdeen.
Oh, no, it's Aberdeenshire. Basically, for years, there's been a mannequin that stood by the speed limit sign and someone's nicked him. Someone's nicked him, and his name is Alan. Alan the Speed Boy. So basically, they call him, in this article, they call him Road Safety Officer Alan, but he's just a mannequin that was tied to a post. He's been kidnapped from his posts. The mannequin has been stationed on the A93 in Aberdeenshire for 2 months, reminding drivers to slow down for the village's 30-mile-an-hour speed limit. What I like is this quite lengthy Facebook post, which I'm going to read a bit of. Giva Blackett, councillor for Upper D-Side and Donside, said Alan was last seen at 1:30 on Saturday before disappearing, not of his own volition. Because the fucking mannequin would just go walking off. Cool.
Hold up, mate. Hold up. You're taking me away from my job.
She did right. Alan took great pride in his role of reminding people driving in from Glen Shee on the A93 that there was a 30-mile-an-hour speed limit. Children, elderly folk, and red squirrels are all at risk if people forget. Now he is gone and not of his own volition. And then it just goes, someone has taken him. Have you seen Alan? So basically, they wanted a cut-out police officer thing, but there was none spare, so they brought in Alan, and now Alan's fucking gone.
It was not actually a mannequin. Actually, the great imposter.
So if you live in Scotland, you've nicked Alan. We're on to you. The Juicy Crew are going to find you. We're going to hunt you down.
If you know what, if you've nicked Alan, well fucking done.
Yeah, you've ruined 2021 for everyone already.
Oh, we need our little plastic policeman to make people slow down. Ooh.
Oh, you're against Alan?
But yeah, Alan can go fuck himself.
Oh well, now we're at odds, good sir.
Yeah.
I'm for Alan.
I'm for Alan.
We don't need no plastic pigs.
I'm 5 Alan.
Right. If you are for or against Alan, please give us your views at sinandjimpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah. For or against Alan.
Are you pro Alan or you're against Alan? We'd love to hear your views.
You're either with Dave or you're fucking boring.
Ash, are you for or against?
Are you for or against?
I'm 5 Alan. No, I'm not. I'm for Alan, mate.
Are you for Alan, Matt?
I'm for Alan.
So it's just 3 against 1 here. So if you want to help Dave even up his odds, let us know your reason at sinandjimpodcast@gmail.com. Are you for or against Alan? Sorry, Alan Tratt has to cease for a second. Fucking Teabag, are you in?
Hello, yes, I'm here. I'm all the way in Dartford right now, and there's something flying in the sky.
It's Alan.
Is it a bird?
it's a rhino upside down.
Oh yeah.
Wait,
yes.
So did someone forget to turn the gravity back on in Dartford this morning?
No. Hanging rhinos upside down is vital for their conservation. So Basically, suspending rhinos from their feet is an important part of conserving the species, a new study has found. So, obviously, the black rhino, very much endangered, and it's recently come to light that obviously they need to send them to certain places where trucks and cars and that sort of stuff can't get to, where they obviously can be poached. So they have to tranquilize the rhino and then transport them. But when they tranquilize them, obviously the chemicals that are in their body can damage their breathing.
Yeah.
And they found that literally tying their feet up to on a rope to a helicopter, lifting the rhino up upside down, and then just lowering them in the middle of a forest or whatever, works better for their health. And they did some studies where they breathe a lot better when they're upside down. When this is happening. So if you Google upside down rhino, you will see.
I've got to do this. Sorry, I've got.
You will see tranquilized rhinos upside down being carried by a helicopter.
This is going to be.
Oh wow! Yeah. I mean, that's literally as you described it. I don't know why. It reminds me of that scene.
There's a few action shots here as well.
I know.
It reminds me of that heavily memed scene from Arrested Development where the guy just goes, "I don't know what I was expecting."
Yeah. Apparently it just helps with their breathing when they're tranquilized, and it's easier for them to just lower them.
Oh, sleepy rhino.
Because otherwise they have to get the rhino, they lie them on their side, and then they put them in a box, and then the box gets transported and that. But this way, they just literally tranquilize a rhino, tie its feet up, and fuck off.
And then they put it somewhere fucking random. Can you imagine that rhino waking up and going, fucking hell, what did I eat?
Yeah. What the fuck was that?
Sorry, I'm going to have to interrupt you. We've got an urgent broadcast from Funky Gibbon. Funky Gibbon, are you there? Funky Gibbon. For the love of God, Funky Gibbon.
Hello.
Is he there?
Hi, thanks for I'm here. Don't worry, I'm here.
He's in a dangerous area.
I'm on the moon. There's a delay, satellite delay. But no, right.
Did you find any moon cheese?
Oh, I've eaten it all.
Wallace
Sorry.
taken it all.
Wallace Grice. Right, so I don't know if any of you guys have seen, but Amazon have recently changed their app icon. Have any of you seen this?
Yes.
Right, okay.
Hold up.
It's a little box now, isn't it? With a little.
It looks like an Amazon box, and it looks like what has got tape on the top of it. But obviously, you know that the Amazon logo looks like a smile, doesn't it? So look up the new Amazon
thing,
icon.
isn't it? Yeah.
Look up the new Amazon icon, just out of curiosity.
Oh, no, mine's still the same. We're Android peasants.
Okay, right. Bear with me. Let me see. Just see.
Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So if I just put that up to the camera there, if it's going to let me do that.
Right. Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Kind of looks like a smiley face.
Kind of looks like a smiley face with what's on top could potentially be a mustache.
What? Oh. Oh no.
Okay. I trust you, Fanta boy.
Yeah. Oh, great leader.
All of a sudden, out of nowhere, I was like, mate, I am pro Amazon. No, but it's just really funny. I looked at the it came to light and I was like, how the fuck did they not see that? Honestly. So it's been pointed out quite a bit, as you can imagine, on Twitter and everything along those sorts. I'm guessing it's supposed to be tape.
Yeah, it's meant. I think it's fairly obvious. It's meant to be tape.
Yeah, but
Reddit won't see it that way. I'm sure.
I don't think it's supposed to be Adolf Hitler's smirking
it's
smile
like,
face.
Well, I'm not saying, but it's like it looks pretty much like.
What do you think's in the box? Pleasant, Aryan
I'm not going to say that.
children.
I'm not going to say that.
Yeah. Beep, let's get away.
Let's get away from this subject.
Fanta's in the box. Fanta's in the box.
Long socks.
That's me.
Have you come in with the weather? I mean, the news.
I've got something to save the day. A man has been fined after claiming he drove 300 miles in lockdown to take pictures of planets from Snowdon when he was caught with his trousers round his ankles in a North Wales lay-by.
Oh, yeah. Was he alone?
No.
Oh, juicy.
Juicy gossip, girl. Police were called to reports to two men lying on the ground by the side of the road.
Maybe they were giving CPR to each other.
Well, I think they were both just lying
on the penis.
He was lying down.
On the penis.
Let me save your penis. They were basically found on the side of the road in I don't know how you pronounce this word. It's BETWS Wets Wycoed. Wets Wycoed. It's in Wales. December the 21st. Young
cucks. Butts.
When the police arrived, Philip Petrick, 31, tried to remove one of their face masks and asked, "Do you want to suck my dick?" He then proceeded to walk around in just his underpants, ignoring any instruction given to him, slurring his speech and appearing unsteady. For those of you that don't know, he's pissed. He was taken to a police station to sober up, and the following morning said that he had driven from Southampton 2 days earlier to go camping and do some photography. The Great Conjunction with Jupiter and Saturn was taking place during Petrick's planned stay in North Wales. He would have been able to see Uranus with an optical aid. And the night after
I bet he did.
He hadn't been ordered back to his home in Southampton. Basically, he claimed he wasn't aware of the coronavirus restrictions and stuff like that.
Come on.
All fucking shit.
There's a virus? What?
What?
But if they said, oh no, sorry, the incident, they would have been like, oh, all right. The incident.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Loud and clear.
I think I know what you were
I love the idea of somebody literally doesn't look at the news or listen to the news or anything, and the only news source they get is this podcast.
Imagine.
How else would you know that Carol Vorderman puts butter in her coffee?
Yeah.
That's all you need to know in these trying times. The news is depressing. Fucking turn it off. Anyway, so that's your ladle of news. We've delivered it into your pursed lips, and now you may swallow and enjoy the Blank-O-Mattic.
Blank-O-Mattic, it's chromatic, it's dramatic. Blank-O-Mattic. It's Blank-O-Mattic.
All right, you creepy, spooky boys, are we ready to create our own thriller on the Blank-O-Mattic? Now, those of you who don't know what the Blank-O-Mattic is, we find a random generator online. We put in nouns, verbs, adjectives, and all the usual stuff, and we come out with some random story. This week, we are doing a thriller called Crazy Mad Man.
Oh, yeah. Wait, what? Crazy Mad Man?
Crazy Mad Man.
Crazy Madman.
Crazy Madman, are you saying?
Yeah. So the lib intro for this is There Once Was a Man.
Oh.
From Nantucket.
No, that's it. It's just There Once Was a Man. So I had a brief look at this earlier, and it is a... oh, no. Oh, there's a fucking... there's the bus outside my flat.
I wonder what that was.
I just hear a horn going.
Bad timing,
Why's the butt? Oh, is it reversing?
Oh, it's gone now. Right. So, yes. Crazy Mad Man. So we need an adjective.
Oh, Christ. Aggressive.
Enchanting.
Antique.
Ambiguous.
I mean, I'm writing these down because these are good.
Painful.
Right, okay. Well, slow down.
Sorry.
We need a person's name.
Franklin Stevens.
John
Lewis, sales rep.
Jeffrey Guff.
Barry Burtis.
What?
Barry Bodridge III.
Barry Bodridge.
Kind of similar to that Good Charlotte character again. Hadwig Merriweather III.
Barry Longballs.
Keith
Barry
Orange.
Longballs. Similar to
Keith Orange.
Keith the Orange. Abstract Keith.
Abstract Keith.
I like Abstract Keith.
Abstract Keith. Or Keith Abstract. Keith Abstract.
Depends where you're from.
Yeah, we're going to go with Keith Abstract just because it works more as a name. Verb ending in ER.
Ooh. Stumpier. No, wait, that doesn't make sense.
Gather?
Gather?
Yeah, gather. As in...
gather. As in gathering. Yeah, like gathering.
Oh.
Yeah, gather.
Gatherer.
Or
okay,
suffer as well. Suffer would be a good one.
We needed two adjectives, so I put in antique and enchanted. We need an Joe, this one's for you. We need animal plural. Thunder terrapins.
Yeah. Sex badger. I don't know. A couple of sex badgers.
You know what? I quite like thunder terrapins.
Thunder terrapins.
Couple of thunder cunts.
A couple of thunder cunts.
Thunder terrapins.
I'm going to go for thunder terrapins.
Yeah, I like thunder terrapins.
A group of people, for example, neighbours, friends, school kids, or co-workers.
Scatmen.
Scatmen.
What's that?
Barbershop bin men.
Barbershop bin men.
Barbershop scatmen.
Barbershop scatmen.
What's that man-child love organisation thing? That man-boy love thing.
Man-boy love. Man-bear pig.
Man-bear pig.
I like the idea of barbershop scatman, like
just with all the harmonies at the same time.
I did the loads.
We need a noun.
Crusty coffin.
Oh, that's grim.
Crusty sausage.
Carol Vorderman's butterflaps.
I like Shakin Stevens.
Shakin Stevens. What the fuck?
Shakin Stevens' Parkinson's conditions.
What?
Shakin Stevens' fake leg.
What? He didn't have a fake leg though.
Well, he
Sold
will do.
house.
He will do.
Stevens' old
He will
house.
do after the crazy madman.
What about flake soup? Bowl of flake soup.
Shakin Stevens bacon heavens.
Shakin Stevens baked beanins.
Baked beans.
Fake Stevens.
Shakin Stevens baked bean house.
That's our noun.
Yeah.
Okay. No wonder these always go fucking weird.
I know, half the time they don't make sense, but I love them.
Family member, e.g., grandpa, mum.
Dog.
Dog. Yeah.
Dog.
Yeah, dog. Do you know
Dog brother.
Snail.
Dogging brother.
I think,
Incestuous brother.
but we can have a name of a person like Aunt
Patrick the dog.
Aunt cunt.
Snoozy boozy Aunt Susie.
Susie Boozy. Aunt Susie Boozy. Boosin' Susan.
Snoozy Susan.
Aunt Susan Boozin.
Oh, I'm Susan Boozin.
Guys, are we having Snoozy Boozy Aunt Susan or are we having Snoozing Boo?
No, it's Susie. It's Snoozy boozy Aunt Susie.
Yeah, or are we having Boozing Susan?
That's not a family member.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I said Aunt Boozin' Susan, but yeah.
Aunt Booze and Snoozing.
That sounds like a Norwegian. That sounds like a Germanic holiday.
You're responsible.
Oh yeah.
Hazy.
Okay. We need a building. School, church, hospital, salon.
Chrysler building.
Trump Tower.
Oh, come on, we can do better than that. We can do
Holiday at Gherkin.
The Barge Arab.
The love.
No, we can make up our own.
All right.
Can we?
We can.
Can we without? Oh wait, a regular house.
Terry's Temple.
A Burger King that sells McDonald's products.
Okay. We're going to go around.
Temple of Taffy.
Right, we're going to have the Temple of Joe.
Turd.
You know what? I'm just leaving it as the Temple of Turd.
Yeah, where'd you go?
Indiana Jones and the Temple of Turd.
We're going to go around in a circle. Matt says, the Temple of.
Yeah, just to start.
One word each. The Temple of.
All right, Ash, we need a number.
7.
Good. We need a month.
June.
June. All right. We need a year.
1962.
1962. Good year.
We need a verb ending in er.
Suffer.
Suffer.
I just said.
Right. We need a place.
Marilyn Manson's School for Bad Girls.
I'm not writing that.
Manson's
that's
Funhouse.
That's awful.
Sergeant Kipper's Flipper Shack.
Sergeant
Kipper's Flipper Shack.
Sergeant Kipper.
We didn't like my first idea.
Wonder why.
Yeah, I think we're going to go with Sergeant Kipper's Flipper Shack. Type of day: afternoon, evening, day, night. I think keeping it simple.
Second breakfast.
I'm just going to write
The
afternoon.
dead of noon.
All right, fine. The dead of noon.
The dead of noon.
Dave.
Oh,
We need a colour.
we need a colour. Let's go for. Nicola Sturgeon Maroon.
We're going to go with Sturgeon
Maroon.
Sturgeon Maroon. Okay.
Sturgeon.
We need clothing, singular.
Condom.
Clumsy clog.
Clog.
Yorkshire pudding condom.
What?
I'm sorry, I'm putting Yorkshire pudding condom.
We don't get a vote, do we? On this?
Plural clothing.
I'll put all clothing now.
Oh.
2 Yorkshire pudding condoms.
Yeah.
Mandible claws.
Roast potato gloves.
Spine slippers.
Oh.
How do they work?
Slippy slippers.
They're just made it. They're really painful on your feet.
Sausage slippers.
Fine slippers. Dave, we need a colour.
Let's go for Ed Miliband.
What's the most boring colour you can think of?
Yeah,
Like brown.
Brown.
Ed Miliband brown. Oh, beige, yeah.
Beige, yeah.
Miliband beige.
Miliband beige.
That way you could be talking about Ed or the other one, David.
We need another single clothing.
Glove. A lost rubber glove covered in lube and cum.
Crotch pocket.
And little bits of poo.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Use tissue.
Or support life support sock.
Sanitary towel.
Sonic the Hedgehog themed life support machine.
What about actually just put life support machine.
That's not clothing. Actually,
I know.
The next thing is a noun. So
there you go. That could be that then. Yeah.
All right. So we go Sonic theme.
No, not Sonic the Hedgehog. That's just dumb.
The whole fucking thing's dumb.
I know, but why? Like, why would fine? Whatever.
What do you mean? Why would we were literally one of the items?
Crusty knickers.
It doesn't even like it's not even alliteration like we normally do. It's just
get upset by anything we've said when you half the time you come out with.
Okay, all right, Joe. What themed life support machine would you?
Yeah, Joe. What do you want? Terminator life support machine?
Yeah, I want.
Or Predator.
Who's the old like?
Toe Jam and L life support
Jim.
Shrek. Do you want Shrek themed life support machine?
Shrek themed life support.
I don't know.
Ballad Fingers life support machine.
All right, we're gonna have Shrek themed life support machine for Beth. We need to be a single piece of clothing.
Queen Mother's condom. Tampon.
Salty sanitary towel.
Oh, is that healthier than a Burger King though?
Queen Mother's silken tampon.
The silken tampon.
I'm going to write silken tampon and get on with this. Fucking hell, Dave, we need a colour.
Oh fuck me.
What about Kim Jong Un? You haven't done him yet.
Yeah.
Have I not?
My second saviour. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah,
I nearly made a mistake.
Well, all right, then we'll go for what's Kim Jong Un's favourite colour? Black.
Ooh, probably not.
That's not a colour, black.
Probably not.
Transportation.
No, he loves that dude who's
the Venga bus.
The Venga bus.
The Venga bus.
It's coming, and everybody's running.
The Venga bus brackets. It's coming.
And then, whoa.
Occupation, Joe. This one's for you.
Paedophile.
It gets me every time you say that. It makes me laugh. I just obviously find paedophiles really funny.
Yeah.
As a child.
Gecko wrangler.
Round him up.
Paedophile Dundee.
Was that a child? That's not a child.
Moving on.
That's not a dick. This is a dick.
Moving on.
Ash, we need a number.
29.
Oh, wait. And Marilyn Manson's School for Bad Girls was crossing a line.
Because it's in the
too current. It's too soon.
Adjective.
Chubby.
Oh, I like chubby.
Yeah, chubby's good.
Give us a chubby.
We need 3 nouns.
On the show.
Dave, what's your noun?
Happiness.
That's not a noun.
It is.
No, it's not.
A noun is an object or a thing.
People, places, or things.
Yeah. You said happiness.
Oh.
I'll come back to you, Joe. What's your...
I'm just getting over happiness. And Dave was sitting there when he was so sure. He was like, a place, object, or thing. Yeah, happiness.
My brain really likes that word.
The biggest wizard lizard.
I'm gonna write lizard wizard.
Lizard wizard.
Okay. Ash, we need a noun plural.
Daddy cigarettes.
Oh.
What are they?
Daddy Six.
The ones that he goes out for and never comes back.
Oh.
Right, Dave, are you ready for your noun now?
Patrick Swayze's crazy bobsleighs.
Patrick Swayze's
super crazy bobsleigh emporium.
We end up doing the same thing.
Because we only have one tune for everything, Ash.
That's true, yeah. Right.
Patrick Swayze's crazy bobsleighs, and I'm gonna have.
Wait, wouldn't it be Patrick Swayze's crazy bobsleighs?
Slazy.
All right. Patrick Swayze's crazy bobsleighs.
Well, actually, shouldn't that be noun plural? Oh no, actually, we have another noun plural coming up. So we need 2 normal nouns. I'm gonna have Bob Hoskins' feather boa.
I love Bob Hoskins.
And a poo-covered thumb.
Steve Jobs' wagon wheels.
David Baddiel's beard shavings.
Brian Blessed's.
I feel like we've got too many celebrities here.
Yeah, I know.
Elastic launch pants.
Yeah, elastic launch pants. Right, we need another building, e.g., school, church, hospital.
Marilyn Manson's School for Bad Girls.
He really wants it. The biscuit brothel.
All right, fine.
Just settles for it. Fine, fuck it, whatever.
Ash, we need a number.
12.
We need a room of a house.
Oh
no, this could be for all of us actually.
So yeah.
The house.
A spanking room. The spanking cupboard.
Dungeon.
Daddy's secret basement.
Granddad's spanking cupboard.
The
Fritzl ballroom.
I was thinking billiards room.
The Fritzl ballroom. What was Fritzl's first name?
Joseph.
Oh, yeah. Joseph Fritzl ballroom.
I should know.
Joseph Fritzl ballroom.
I had a friend who lived just down the road from him when that all kicked off.
Ooh.
Yeah, I remember him telling me.
Right, we need a liquid. What liquid, I presume, is in Joseph Fritzl's ballroom?
Liquid nitrogen.
Oh, yeah. Cum and blood, probably.
Shitloads.
Oh.
Pus and semen.
Oh.
Penis coladas.
If you like penis coladas. and getting locked in the basement.
Penal commanders. Penal
Adjectives.
commanders.
By your dad.
Shaky.
Dusty.
I was just thinking of Shakin' Stevens.
Ash, we need a number.
70.
Noun plural.
Buffalo shavings.
That's grim.
Buffalo shavings. We need another noun.
Buffalo shavings. Creamed
Positive energy.
Creamed positive energy.
Does that come in a can or?
For you, anything.
We laughed at Dave saying happiness, but somehow we've ended up with creamed positive energy. Now that's how you turn happiness into a noun, Dave.
Happiness, positive energy is what I do.
Yeah. We need a place.
Oh,
The Garden of
Kent. Well, it's the Garden of England, isn't
It's
it?
Garden of England, yeah.
There's a sign just around the corner from where I live when you get into Kent and someone's changed the word garden to toilet, so it says Kent, the toilet of England.
Oh.
And it's
The Garden of Lisa Left Eye Lopez, bracket.
the Garden of Skulls and
the Garden of Katie Price.
the Garden of,
Skulls of poles.
the Garden of Skulls and Fences.
Fences.
My shit allotment.
I've already written the Garden of Skulls and Dolls.
Dolls, did you say?
I don't know. Just the Garden of something and something.
Skulls and moles.
Skulls and moles. All right. The year. What's the year?
1975.
Noun.
Crooked.
Happiness.
Canal.
Crooked.
Happiness.
Wookie. I don't know.
Crooked lightsaber. Wonky lightsaber.
Crippling anxiety.
A creepy crep.
Creepy crepe, as in the
Creepy crep.
pancake.
Yeah, I'm gonna write.
Creepy crap.
I'm gonna write pancake.
A panic pancake.
Panic
Pedo pancake.
Pedo
Pedo
pancake.
Puffy pancake.
Peter's pedo pancake.
Puffy pedo pancake.
Oh, a puffy. Oh, a puffy pedo.
A puffy pedo.
Puffy pedo. Hello.
Plural body part.
Fucking hell.
Floppy kneecaps.
Oh,
Fluctuant
Alan
toes.
Shearer's shins.
Floppy.
Droopy nostrils.
Droopy nostrils.
Droopy nostrils. Okay.
Pedo tash.
Stop saying pedo things.
But we need it.
Yeah, I'm worried about you and Dave.
Yeah.
What?
Right.
Because we say the word
Objecting.
pedo, therefore
The
we're
la-
pedophiles.
The last one is adjective.
Gigantic.
Pedo. I'm a pedo. Oh no.
Alcoholic.
Alcoholic. I like that.
Oh yeah.
Right. Are we ready?
Yeah. Take a sip.
Everyone take a sip.
Can't remember what
Yeah,
this
I've
is
actually
about.
got some left for this. Oh, wait, which one is it? Wait, hold up.
This is the thriller story that we wrote called
Oh,
Crazy
great.
Madman.
Bum, 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 bum.
Okay, are we ready?
No.
There once was a man from Aggressive Island who went by the name of Keith Abstract, the Gatherer.
The camera.
He was a very antique man. He used to be quite enchanted, loved thunder terrapins, and was great with barbershop scatmen. Until someone dropped a Shakin' Stevens baked bean house on his snoozy boozy Aunt Susie, who died instantly.
Wait, isn't that the plot of The Wizard of Oz?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get sued.
Didn't her like wicked aunt get crushed by a baked
Shakin' Stevens baked bean house.
This old house is me.
So, I mean, to be fair, in The Wizard of Oz, they don't specify what house it was. It might have been.
Well, it might have been. You open the door, just beans pour out.
And Shakin' Stevens. Yes, house.
It's my bean house.
This old house is full of beans. This old house is full of... Right. From there,
That got Ash. That broke Ash.
from there, he went...
Yeah, I think it was the image of Shakin' Stevens emerging from a bean house singing.
After squashing a witch.
Yeah. This old bean house. Oh, that could easily have been a 90s sitcom. Shakin' Stevens' Bean House.
Oh, the house is made of beans.
Right, from there he went absolutely irresponsible and was locked away in the mental temple of Turd for 7 years.
He went irresponsible, was put in the mental temple of Turd.
That is a fucking lie.
Is that Keith Abstract or Shakin' Stevens? I'm confused now.
That's Keith Abstract.
Oh.
But one day, in June 1962, he escaped.
He went backwards in time to escape. Brilliant.
No, not yet. No.
Like Dr. Evil.
No, stop talking. We haven't. Stop being interrupted. All right. But one day, in June 1962, he escaped and became the Night Suffer, where he would follow people to and from the Sergeant Kipper's Flipper Shack and then kidnap them at their homes in broad, the dead of noon light. I love the fact that he kidnaps them in their homes.
Yeah.
He wore sturgeon maroon hooded Yorkshire pudding condom with spine slippers underneath and a dark Miliband beige silken tampon. He always carried a Shrek-themed life support machine and drove a rusty Kim Jong-un black Venga bus. Brackets, it's coming. One night.
Sinister now.
Yeah. Just dragging along this Shrek.
Da 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 da.
One night.
Wait. One of us has got to remix that Venga Boy song. The Venga bus is coming and everybody's running.
Keith Abstract's gonna kill you.
Oh dear.
Right, one night he picked up a gecko wrangler on Highway 29, the Chubby Zone.
Oh, we've all been to the Chubby Zone.
Yeah, we have.
Okay, so
Chubby Zone.
one night
I'm
he
going
picked
to the
up a
Chubby Zone
gecko
tonight.
wrangler on Highway 29, the Chubby Zone, and drove to a remote lizard wizard in the woods. But when she saw Daddy Siggs and a Bob Hoskins feather boa in his back seat, she tried to escape. But he threatened her with an elastic launch pants by holding it to her throat the whole time. I'll ping it, I swear.
It'll bloody hurt.
Oh no. Don't do it.
Where was I? They last saw her body buried under Patrick Swayze's crazy Bob Lazy's behind an abandoned brisket brothel.
Do you know, like, you get those horror film tropes of like they talk to the old man.
Yeah.
Well, Susan, well, she died years ago. She's buried out by Patrick Swayze's crazy Bob Lazy's
Behind the brisket brothel.
And a brisket brothel.
Later, when investigators caught him, they found over 12 dead bodies in his Joseph Fritzl ballroom.
Apt.
Some were still covered in penis colada. And some were completely dusty.
Oh,
Of course, that makes
untouched.
sense. You know, why wouldn't they be?
Because they've got no penis colada on them.
There you go.
They also found 70 types of buffalo shavings under his mattress and a stolen creamed positive energy.
Oh. At least he's positive.
Taste positive.
He was sentenced to life in the Garden of Skulls and Moles. But in 1975, he was found hung from a puffy pedo pancake in his jail cell. People never had to look behind their droopy tash in worry ever again. But we'll always remember him as a very alcoholic man.
You have to do some of the things he did.
Basically, it was a big pisshead. But luckily, with our droopy moustaches, we don't have to worry anymore.
Yeah, thank God.
Excellent.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, so that was our Blank-O-Mattic, which was the crazy madman.
It certainly was a crazy time for us all.
Just a bit.
Once again, thank you all for listening to Sin and Gin podcast. It's wonderful to have you still on board with us. If you've got any game suggestions or ideas or facts you'd like to share with us, please send it to sinandginpodcast@gmail.com. We are Sin and Gin Podcast. Huzzah!
The finger bust is coming, and everybody's running.
And it's time to run away, or they'll execute you every day.
This old house is my baked beans. This old house is baked for beans. Beans.
Bye.